What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we got the latest updates surrounding Yeezy, including news of an upcoming listening party next month and a potential start to the new Vultures 2 rollout. Now before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats, who's been cooking up the beats for these videos, so make sure you guys check him out. And while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all of my chefs in there. Now to start off today's video, I have just one question for my chefs. Are we back? Because it was just within the last hour or so that Ty Dolla Sign, along with other Yeezy collaborators, posted the following advertisement of an upcoming Vultures Listening Experience taking place in Korea this next month on August 23rd. And although Vultures Volumes 2 and 3 should have dropped multiple times over by now, I gotta say I'm a little skeptical on whether or not this is actually going to start a new rollout, or whether this is just Yeezy getting the fans hype again, as it doesn't advertise whether this is for Vultures 1 or 2. Now, when I think about it, it would make sense that Yeezy and the team would use this upcoming listening party as the opportunity to roll out some new music and perhaps some new merch as well. However, that remains to be seen. And while we're on the topic of these listening parties, I really hope that they actually perform at this upcoming one. Because as we saw at the earlier listening parties, the guys tend to not even pick up a microphone and perform, and while some fans might not mind, I feel like it could be a little pricey for just vibes. Now, Ty Dolla Sign himself did confirm in their most recent Vultures interview with Big Boy that this was actually part of the plan, and they thought it was cool that they could make money without having to perform, so I really hope that this changes. Because at the end of the day, there are plenty of hits that they could perform, and I feel like it ultimately just robs the fans. And if you agree, let me know in the comments. Now additionally, we have seen some special moments at these listening parties with even North herself popping out and performing, so I do hope to see some more dope moments like that as well. And if this upcoming Korean listening party is the start of this Vultures 2 era, I have to say it's been a hell of a ride for Volume 1 so far. Now, as far as any new Yeezy or Vultures merch updates, I wanted to head over to Yeezy.com, and as you can see, the number of orders has been chopped in half several times as we went from an original 29,000 remaining about a week ago to a little over 7,000 left, which of course shows that the team is still working. And while I was thinking about some other unseen Yeezy merch or pieces that we haven't seen since the beginning of the rollout, I wanted to remind the chefs about the following pants that were posted by one of Yeezy's collaborators, as well as this pair that was actually one of the first pieces of merch uploaded to the website that didn't actually drop. And speaking of merch, if this listening party does actually happen, I have no doubt they'll have Yeezy merch available for sale, and hopefully we still see Yeezy continue with the whole $20 merch collection. And as always, I have to petition Yeezy, if you watch these videos, please drop this red merch, my boy. Now, as far as this upcoming Vultures era and what we can expect, it's really anyone's guess. But one thing I do want to point out that's been a noticeable change over the last couple of weeks and months has been Kanye's actual wardrobe. As we've seen him transition from wearing all black during the beginning of the Vultures era and at all of the listening parties, to now wearing seemingly all white, which I believe is probably indicative of the direction and aesthetic he's currently going for. Now, while he was most recently in Russia supporting Gasha, the current creative director of Yeezy, allegedly he was added to this list of public enemies by Ukraine, which I think is really crazy given that he was just there probably doing fashion stuff and eating food. And it was while he was in Russia that we saw him wear the following white outfit with some interesting characters on the back, which allegedly translates to Yeezy, which might again be a sign we've got some upcoming merch. Which of course adds to my earlier speculation that we do have some new Yeezy merch being cooked up, as we saw him wearing this Gasha themed piece not too long ago. Now, if next month's Korean listening party is truly the beginning of a new Vultures era, I'm very curious what direction Yeezy will go in for this new album and aesthetic, because as we've seen, he's liable to change his mind on anything from the album cover to the track list to whether or not the thing's gonna actually release up until the very last minute. So if something does drop and we actually get it, I think we're in for a treat. Now, while I was wrapping up the research for this video, I also thought about how we might be listening to this new album if it drops, because Yeezy was very adamant about not dropping this next project on streaming. which immediately takes me back to the Donda era of just a few years ago, in which Ye was already fighting for artists for some time and wanted to make the album available only on his revolutionary stem player. Now I wanted to include the following screenshot from earlier in the rollout, where Ye was again mentioning how he wanted to change music, and it's no secret that he's been an enemy of the industry for quite some time. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and I'd love to know what you guys think about this one in the comments. I know what many of you are thinking and probably rolling your eyes at the idea of another listening party, because let's be real, how many times have we seen them advertised only to be canceled again in the future? However, the combination of this upcoming listening party and the fact that we've been seeing him cook up some new merch pieces definitely makes me think at least something's being worked on and makes me want to stay optimistic. Now, as always, guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Let me know if you guys are excited for Vultures Volume 2 and if you think that album will actually drop. And as always, remember to stay safe out there, guys. Thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Let me know what you guys would like to see me cook up next. And as always, remember, it's lit. Straight up and peace.